All right, gentlemen. So let's get started, man. We build the show as our three things we like for Halloween ends, which wasn't very hard for me. And Fate, I know this was probably your biggest challenge since you were in high school with an assignment, a homework assignment you had to
I didn't
figure
do
out.
homework assignments.
Well, I'm sure this wasn't easy. Jake, how was it? How was it for you, man? Was it hard for you to do three?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little difficult. Yeah,
I thought
but
it might
I
be.
got it. I think I got it.
Um, so who wants to go first? Because I'm probably gonna be the light in the tunnel a little bit more. So do we want to start with the light and see the darkness crush it, or do we want to start in the dark and come to the light? I think we should do that. So Jake, why don't you start us off, man? Why not?
Heck yeah. Well, one of my first big things that I love about it, probably the thing I loved the most, was the opening scene. I loved everything they did here. I think this was really cool and a really nice tone setter to get you down into the horror mindset. It's really scary right off the bat. It really reminds me of maybe like its opening scene. I think it's just really well done for what it's trying to go for. I think it's a pretty damn good opening scene. What do you guys think about it though?
The opening scene I think was the best part. I really liked Michael's cameo, and I really liked when it ended. No,
Wow, you're just giving us all three
Wow.
right off the
No,
bat.
I'm just-
Okay.
As far as like the opening scene, I do agree. I put it up there as like I think it was arguably one of the best. Like they did a good job foreshadowing with like the shots of the stairs. They did a good job of just like the cinematography on that. They did a good job kind of just building that tension throughout, establishing everyone. I feel like it was kind of pointless, but I still enjoyed it.
It's scary though, right? I mean,
No,
it's
it
like
is.
you
It
see that
is.
happen. It
Especially
really
as
did get
somebody
a
that-
rise out of me.
Yeah, especially somebody that has kids, like that'd be
Mhm.
traumatic, right? Like that's not
Yeah.
what you want to happen, right? So from a parent standpoint, absolutely, I get it, and I did enjoy the opening scene. That was one of the positives of this movie. What about you, Craven?
Yeah, it was one of mine too. We were all in agreement because it was great suspense too, and I loved how there were moments where you see the shadow moving in the background and you're like, oh, dude, because you don't know at that moment
Yeah.
if that's Myers, that's just walking around as he does, as he's known to do, or if it was the kid and Jeremy. So I love the opening. I thought it was very, very well done, well shot, well filmed, and it was a lot of suspense. Honestly, I think it had the most suspense of the movie,
Mhm.
Yeah.
if you think
Yeah.
about it. Because the other scenes, and I'm not throwing shade. I'm just being honest. The other scenes in the movie, they weren't really about building suspense. It wasn't even that kind of movie. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the first movie, I mean, the first opening was there. You felt that
Mhm.
suspense, like, oh, and then the doors open. The back, you remember the door? Oh my gosh! I'm like, this is good, and that's the only time we really see that in the movie, though. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, even like the kills and ends don't really have too much build
No.
up, you know what I mean? So that
No,
it was
they
nice
don't.
to have that in the opening scene at least. I
Mhm.
like I said, I will give a lot of credit to at least that part of the movie
yes,
for doing
100%.
that. So yeah.
Yes. I just to be different, I'll throw it because I don't want to just be saying the same thing everyone said just now, but I do agree. It is absolutely one of my favorite parts of the movie. But I'll say this too. I'll just throw a different one out there, and then we'll go back around for some more. I really enjoyed the performances by all of the cast members. I think the actors themselves really performed well. They were all in on their characters because I believe that as far as like seeing them perform, I felt they did the absolute best with the material they had. And
Yeah.
so I have nothing negative to say about any of the actors from Jamie Lee down to Sheriff Barker. It's not it is tonight. Even that was delivered with passion. So
He got a scene at least,
He
you
got
know.
a
I'm
scene.
happy he was in it. That might be one of my three. Yeah,
Oh,
no, but
Jake.
I agree. You know, I do think that all the performances were great all around for dealing with the script that they had to deal with. I
Yeah.
think it was good for that reason. I mean, like they tried, you know what I mean, and you could see that. You can see the effort put into this. Where in some
Yep.
movies you don't, you don't really see that sometimes from every actor. And
Right.
here, I feel like everyone took it really seriously. They were really professional and gave some good performances.
Yeah, same. All right, so Fate, why don't you want to start us off with a number 2 of your 3?
Well, I wouldn't even say my opening was probably was part of that, but I mean I could add it to that. I really so like the movie itself, it's really hard to find like positives in for at least for me. But like I did like the acting and like the character. Like as much as I think Corey was completely pointless in this movie, the actor I thought did a great job portraying it. I mean, these actors only had what they had to work with, right? Thank you. The acting, I thought everybody really embodied the role well for what it was. Again, I don't like the directions that they went with the characters. Like Allison, I didn't like that. Corey, I just think was pointless. Obviously Myers, all that stuff. But like at least the main core, like Jamie Lee Curtis was brilliant as always in the scene she was in. The little time we got of Hawkins, he portrayed well. Lindsay, little time we got with her, I thought she was well. The Corey, I thought acting was well. I don't know. I thought overall, I thought the acting was well. Again, it's hard to find things that I really liked in the movie itself, but I think acting is, I mean, it's important, right? At least there wasn't anybody where I was like, oh, can we get this person off the screen? At least like the actors and actresses were at least, they played the roles well.